Imagine you find a strange machine. You press a button and a random number appears. Someone tells you that the number is incredibly unlikely, but there's one problem. You don't know what numbers the machine could have produced. So how could you possibly know the result was unlikely? This is one of the biggest challenges facing the fine-tuning argument. The fine-tuning argument says that the universe appears specially designed for life, as in the laws of physics depend on certain numbers called constants, or things like the strength of gravity, the massive particles and the forces that hold atoms together. And if some of these values were even slightly different, life as we know it might never exist. Some people argue, isn't it incredibly unlikely that the universe just happened to land on the exact settings needed for life? Doesn't that suggest someone chose those settings? But there's a problem. To say something is unlikely, you need to know the possible alternatives. Think about a lottery. If there are 1,000,000 tickets and you win, you can say, the chance of this happening was 1 in 1,000,000, because you know the possible outcomes. But imagine winning a lottery where nobody knows how many tickets existed, or whether some tickets were more likely than others, or whether winning was even possible before the draw happened. Could you then really say your win was improbable? You wouldn't have enough information to make that claim. And this is where we can challenge the fine-tuning argument. Could the constants of physics have actually been different? Maybe they could have countless possible values. Maybe only a few combinations are possible. Maybe there is some deeper law of physics that make these values necessary. We simply don't know. Let's do it like this. Imagine someone says, wow, it's amazing that water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. The odds of that exact temperature must be incredibly small. But then Celsius is just a human measurement. We created the scale. The universe isn't aiming for 0 degrees Celsius. The number only seems special because of the way we describe it. And the same thing might apply to the constants of physics. Maybe they seem carefully chosen because we're looking at them from the perspective of beings who can exist in this universe. And with that, this leads to another idea called the anthropic principle. Basically, we shouldn't be surprised that the universe allows life, because if it didn't allow life, nobody would be here to observe it. It's like a fish saying, how strange, this ocean has exactly the conditions I need to survive. Well, if it didn't, the fish wouldn't be there. Now, this doesn't prove the universe was designed. A designer could still exist. The argument doesn't destroy that possibility. Instead, it challenges one specific claim, that we can confidently calculate how unlikely our universe is. Because before we can talk about the odds, we need to know what the possible outcomes were. And right now, we don't. What do you think? Is the universe truly fine-tuned? Or are we assuming something is unlikely without actually knowing the odds? I guess you could say it was sort of insightful.